welcome to Side Roads. I'm Carlos, and this is the unique 2025 Mustang Mach-E Rally. The Mustang Mach-E Rally comes with a 91 kilowatt-hour battery, which is extended range 1, combined with 2 electric motors that also provide all-wheel drive. Total output is 480 horsepower and 700 pound-feet of torque. This is paired to a 1-speed transmission typical of electric vehicles. The Mach-E Rally also comes with Rallycross Tune Magna Ride damping system. The Mustang Mach-E competes in the compact electric SUV segment against cars like the Kia EV6 GT line, the Hyundai Ioniq 5N, and the Chevrolet Blazer EV-SS. The last two are the high-performance versions, but this one has a lot of power and torque as well. Safety features for the 2025 Mustang Mach-E Rally are things like intersection assist, forward sensing system, available co-pilot 360 with auto high beams headlamps, blind spot information system with traffic alert, lane keep assist, pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking, has also available co-pilot 360 Plus, which includes adaptive cruise control with a stop and go, evasive steering assist, and lane centering. Range for the Mustang Mach-E Rally is 426 kilometers or 265 miles. You can charge the Mach-E using level 1 in around 83 hours. You can also use level 2 to charge it from 0 to 100 in around 13 hours. And the Mach-E has also DC fast charging capability, and you can get it from 10 to 80% in around 43 minutes. Price for the Mustang Mach-E Rally is around 67,000 Canadian dollars and 58,000 US dollars. That's without options. The interior on the 2025 Mustang Mach-E Rally is super nice. The materials are all high quality and soft in the doors. The support points are also really comfortable. We have 3 memory seats for 3 different drivers, and all windows are one touch up and down. The steering wheel comes wrapped in leather and is heated, and because we are in the rally version, we have these white accents here, at least for this particular model, and it's really cool. And we have those white accents here in the back of the seats as well. Super nice. This portion of the dashboard has these like speakers, covered fabric type of thing. Looks really cool. And then we have this interesting trim here, and we have like suede here with contrast stitching. We have suede insert on the doors as well. It is pretty simple, but it's really good looking, and I like the materials that they have chosen for this vehicle. We have a 10.2 inches digital gauge cluster. It's only there for the information that you need. It's pretty simple, but everything you need you see there, and super clear, and the graphics are really nice. And I like the simplicity, because some electric vehicles, they can give you a lot. I like this setup here for the Mach-E. And then we have a 15.5 inches screen. It is vertically oriented, and it's good. The graphics are nice too. You have all your apps here, and then you have all the car functions as well. You can access the camera too from here, and all the drive modes that you have: whisper, engage, and unbridle here for the Mach-E, and a bunch of other setups. This is a massive screen, and it has integrated the air conditioning controls, so they are easy to use. And you have this knob here that transforms into volume or any other of the air conditioning functions depending on what you press. We have heated seat here, and here steering wheel. The volume is also this knob here, this rotary knob, and it's fine. In a few occasions, the screen was a little bit slow to start and to react, but other than that, it has been working pretty well. It comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto wireless. We have a tray here with wireless charging, 2 cup holders, an extra pair of covies here, and there is an open space here for your center console. It's small, but it's practical. It can be pretty useful, and there is an extra level of tray down here. The glove box is on the average size. We have a B&O premium sound system with 10 speakers, if I'm not mistaken. The seats are really comfortable. They have this sporty design. They are heated, as I said. They come in this texture from Ford Active X or something like that, they call it, for the fabric that they use. These ones have like sweat inserts too, contrast stitch, and this extra portion here on the design. Really, really cool looking the seats, and I like also how comfortable they are. One more thing for this year or the rally, I think this is, 2025, 2026, they moved the shifter that used to be a rotary shifter from Ford here to the steering column. And as much as I don't love a steering column shifter, I find this a lot easier to use and more intuitive when driving. So you put it to reverse up and drive down, and there is a parking button here. It's pretty easy and straightforward, and especially when driving, it's a lot easier to use this than the rotary, in my humble opinion. The cabin again is modern, but it's simple, it's well done. I like everything here. It's pretty functional too. I fit behind myself based on my driving position, and there is a space for my knees and my height. There is an armrest there with 2 cup holders, air vents, and USB-C charging ports. The seats are comfortable and can be dropped 40, 60. The trunk I find pretty practical for the size of these cars. You will have a space enough there for regular daily stuff. I like the Mach-E Rally interior. How is to drive the 2025 Mustang Mach-E in this super cool rally version? It's really nice. So let me start with the suspension. I saw a few reviews where the people doing the review of the car were not a fan of the suspension in the regular Mach-E. And then they drove the GT, and the GT apparently is much better. I haven't driven the GT yet. The regular one was okay for me. I was expecting more tie-down suspension here, but this is the rally version. So it has MagnaRide adaptive suspension, and it also has, it needs a little bit more traveling and install it a little bit more of ground clearance because of the rally. It's supposed to be tailored for a little bit, not an extreme off-road, but rougher roads. It's supposed to be the rally thing. And I think because of that, it needs to have this extra travel, and it needs to be a little bit more floaty. It's really comfortable. I like it. I just wanted to highlight that because if you want a more bottom down suspension, you need to go for the GT as per others. Again, I haven't driven the GT yet, and the regular one was fine for me. So what that does, it makes the car really comfortable. It bounces around here and there a little bit, but not super bad. And the other thing is that the general driving dynamics of this car are amazing, and it feels fun to drive. It's quick and agile. You want to push it all the time. It makes you feel safe. So even with this suspension, it's pretty cool. This is a very cool experience. So the suspension does an amazing job absorbing all the imperfections from the road. There is zero transfer of vibration or anything from the road to the cabin, so it feels well built and ready for everything. It feels more expensive too. This suspension setup is really cool for the comfort side and for the the money side, and also remember it's dealing with all the weight for the batteries, so it's cool. In fact, I felt in a couple of times that the suspension was also holding the car down, so it didn't travel that much. So it was, doing the damping down and doing the damping up. That was my sensation. I'm not sure if that really happened mechanically, but that's what I felt. So really cool. The cabin is fairly quiet. This one has this special with more sidewall tires, and there are all seasons, and there are a little bit, not all terrain, but ready for a little bit more of a dirt road than a regular road. And I think they create a little bit of extra noise there. But even with that, it feels pretty quiet in here. I have no radio right now, and these are not the most smooth roads that I'm driving through. So this is fine. I like it. It makes the dealing and living with this car in a daily basis pretty comfortable. It's really nice in the highway too. There is a little bit of road noise. And again, I think it's between the tires and, a little bit of extra insulation on the bottom, but it's fine. It's just nice and quiet for the most part in here. The steering is just fantastic. And I noticed this in the previous Mach-E that we drove for the channel, so please watch that video. But it's just a steering. It's what makes this car, like, you really want to go for it. You really want to push it. You only want to be in corners and curvy roads, like super, super nice, so direct and so quick, and so makes the car agile and responsive, and again makes you feel safe and makes you want you to push it harder. I really like it. I love this suspension. These have this go-kart characteristic here a little bit. It's really, really cool. Then we have a one-speed transmission, which is a typical setup for electric vehicles. So right there, that is fine. The acceleration is linear. There is no shifting or anything. It is just one push. If you are chilling, it's really nice. If you push it, it's like riding on a roller coaster. That's pretty cool. Or a golf cart if you are not going too hard. So no issues there either. I'm in one pedal drive right now, and couldn't find any other option. So I think it's either one pedal driving or regular driving. So you cannot modulate that level of regen. And has been fine. That also makes the car feel like it's always under the brake, so the acceleration and all that, it makes it feel a little bit normal. And I make this exact comment in some of my other electric car videos because that is the case. I find that one pedal driving mode makes the car accelerate, in a smooth and a slower way, which it makes you feel that you are driving a gas engine vehicle. And that is nice. If you want more than that and quicker acceleration, especially when you use the acceleration pedal, then you take it off from that. And it's pretty easy to get used to the one pedal driving. And honestly, this is one of the few that I got used to super, super fast. Anybody can get used to this, and it's fine. There is no issues with it, and also does a pretty super smooth full stop, which I really love because I like smooth stopping, and I can never do that at that level of perfection when I'm driving a gas engine vehicle or my own vehicle. So that is pretty cool too. And remember, one pedal driver, what it means is that you lift the pedal and the car starts. So depending on your modulation on the pedal, this accelerates or gets to a full stop without you having to use the brake pedal. It's pretty cool. That also engage the stoplights. So you need to be mindful of that, especially in the highway. I see this all the time in electric vehicles, that people lift the acceleration because it's a natural reaction. But if you don't do that in your gas engine vehicle, it just does that. But in these electric vehicles, the brake lights come in. So that creates a fake or a false signal to the cars behind you that think that you are braking when you are not, and can, generate delays or whatever. So be mindful of that while driving in the highway, please, because it really annoys me as the one that is behind the electric car, of course. So the brakes, they feel pretty good too. I haven't been using the brakes that much except for the one pedal thing, so it does its own thing automatically. So it's fine. I find them powerful for the size and the weight of this vehicle. It has been stopping me with no issues. In a couple of times I have to use them because I saw that I was not going to make it, but they feel fine. You can tell that they are regen brakes for sure, but it's not a deal breaker or something that will scare anybody away. It's just, a brake that you will have to get used to pretty quick there, because they are doing that regen braking function plus the real braking. Then we have the power. This is a dual motor one, and this is the highest level of everything that you can get in a Mach-E, and it produces 480 horsepower and 700 pound-feet of torque. That is a lot. It is huge. It's a lot of power. You will never feel that much power ever in any car, especially the torque is really high there. It's class leading. So it's nice when you really floor this car, the car goes, and you feel like there is so much power. And for some reason with these tires, it feels grippy, so it feels that you can go even harder. So it is really, really cool. Like, again, I don't know who needs this level of power, but hey, if you want a Mustang Mach-E and you want the rally version, get that one, and you'll get all of it. Which, by the way, as I said before I move to the next one, the driving dynamics are excellent. This is, to me, the best driving EV so far in terms of driving dynamics. So it feels so sporty, and it feels like a Mustang. You want to go harder, and especially in the corners and with the steering, as I told you, it's just fantastic to drive, to be honest. It feels like a sports car. Really cool. So to close this, which I never do this, but this car is so special, let's talk about the exterior. So the rally version has all these graphics on the hood, and the grille is all blacked out and has the graphics on the hood, on the roof, and in the back has this massive spoiler. The wheels are so cool looking. They are fantastic, at least to my taste. And we have a white one with the black wheels here. There are some others you can get with white wheels. Super cool. When I first saw the Mach-E Rally, I thought to myself, who will want or buy this? Well, I'm telling you, after having this car for a week, I will be one of those buying the Rally trim because it is super cool. The 2025 Mustang Mach-E Rally has a winner looks, has a very strong powertrain, and is really fun to drive, super dynamic. But what do you think? Do you like it as much as I do?